Our next speaker is Randy Nelson, who is Superintendent of Schools for the School District of La Crosse. Prior to that, he served the school district as Associate Superintendent of Instruction. From 1996 to 2008, he served the Rochester Public Schools in Minnesota as Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Throughout his career as an educator, he has paid close attention to social and systemic barriers to academic success, including poverty as well as mental illness. And he believes that while the challenges can be significant, they are certainly not insurmountable. Welcome.
Well, I'm here, is this working? Okay, let's check. I'm here partially, well, because of a lot of people, but one of them was a mental health expert who steered me in a positive path when I began teaching in about 1983. And I was really struggling myself as a teacher because I could never do my job well enough. And it really bothered me when a student didn't get it or when a student was having problems at home because I thought it was my job to really fix that. And I found myself just wringing myself over some of the challenges that students had to the extent that it required me to seek professional support and assistance from a gentleman named Ron Kaler, who really set me on a course that allowed me to be here today and to, I hope, bring and carry out a legacy of support for children, for students, for people that many times are invisible at a time when they need to be very visible and supported. I've also in my family experienced the challenges of drug addictions. My father was an alcoholic and in treatment 5 different times and in the end died of alcoholism. Far too early, but he's a great man. My children have survived drug addiction themselves. There's nothing that's more difficult than a parent to watch a child on the pavement looking for just a little piece of meth that he can still use. And I've witnessed, not witnessed, but I've helped a child through a sexual assault as well. And these are difficult things, and they are what bring me to education, because I know I'm not the only one. But one of the things that Ron Kaler told me is I was struggling through this challenge of my own before I even was married and had children. I asked that question, well, Ron, it's just me. I should not be seeing a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Come on. He said, no, Randy, the fact of the matter is most everyone should. And he said, it's not a matter of whether there's something wrong. It's a matter of just being like it's your car. You need to get a tune-up every 5,000 miles, right? Of course, at that time, it was 3,000 miles. And it's always been in the back of my head. And there have been times when I've had discussions with my children. And when they've asked that same question, Dad, what's wrong? What's wrong with me? Really, come on. I said, there's nothing wrong with you. There's just nothing wrong. It's okay. It's okay. I'm on the journey with you. It's going to be okay. And with a lot of support, not just from me and not just from their mother, but a lot of support from family, friends, community. Children are doing very well, and I'm very proud of that. I'm proud of them because they have shown a degree of resilience that I don't know that I could have shown when I was their age. This is my 4th year in the school district of La Crosse, and one of the things that really struck me when I came across the river from Rochester was something that I really didn't expect, to be honest with you. Rochester being the community that it is and the Mayo Clinic community that it is. This community is rich with resources. I'm talking about La Crosse. It is rich with resources. In 12 years being a director of curriculum instruction in the school district in Rochester, I didn't experience and or see the kinds of resources and caring individuals and organizations in that community that I see here. People coming to the table saying, I've got to be here to help. I can help. What do I do? And so one of the things that we did last August, is we really organized, with the help of several people, what I would call a summit. And it was called a summit about barriers to learning. And it was really based on the work of Howard Edelman, I think a UCLA professor, if I'm not mistaken, and really helped us form a framework to have a community discussion. And so we brought over 150 people in, and we were at the La Crosse Center on August 16th, and we spent a solid day with people and organizations and counselors and psychiatrists and psychologists and just a lot of people. And we started to just map out what are our resources in this community. What are our resources, where are they, and how could they best be put to use to continue to support? Because that's what everyone wants to do. And so what we found is that in some cases there were overlaps. A lot of people providing the same supports. In some cases there were areas where there were people providing no supports for some of our community members. And so our work on that continues. And it will be a work that lasts for a long time. And as a matter of fact, we have people in this room who have been part of that discussion and have been actually continuing the discussion to go along. And one of the things that came as an outcome of that particular meeting was we need to have some sort of a central location, if we can, that bring all of these resources in one place so that those professionals who are in the trenches and touching base with families and with children every single day have at one click or one opportunity, who are my resources? Who can I connect these people with to help if I'm not able to do that? And so we're working on that based on thousands and thousands of sticky notes. It was a scary day when we left with those sticky notes because it was windy.